All right, I guess we're live.
Yes, we are.
We are.
Good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you too. It's been a while since we've had one of these shows. We are here answering your questions live. I already see we got some people joining us for commentary. So if you got questions, Brian here's able to answer them. My name is Brian. You don't see me much for the watch shows, but it's always fun to learn what we will.
Yeah, it's always fun hanging out with you.
Yeah,
and somehow we always go off some weird tangent and start laughing. So hopefully that happens again tonight.
I don't know. We don't know what that'll be until we get there.
All organic.
So, so let's talk about this Bull Zeus with two timepieces.
Yeah, that's right. So this is called the Magnum, and it's been very, very popular. I actually saw Vic is already on. He's watching us, big collector of ours. Yep. He loves the Magnum.
Jack.
And so with the Magnum, it's a cool watch. It's really sort of that field tested when it comes to this timepiece with the build. It's larger. And what's great about it is that it's dual Swiss movements. So we have one Swiss movement that you'll find just on that main portion of the dial. It in fact almost looks like a flat tire because the bottom portion of the case is actually just straight across. But you'll see in a moment with that Z60 movement, when I tilt it up 90 degrees, there's a separate independent Swiss movement that makes up this watch. It's a Ronda 1042, which you can simply adjust. This is the crown right here above. I can just pull this up with my fingertip, and then I can adjust the time to whatever time I want, push that back down, and then time is running again.
You need smaller hands for that. Probably. Yep.
Or,
you do.
And my nails are actually,
And here's the thing. We haven't seen this since October, incredibly limited, but those of you with us tonight, you haven't seen it for $379.99 before.
Yeah.
So that's a new low price, $700 off.
Yeah, bracelet variation too. So we do have some silicone straps, which I absolutely love. Bracelet though, you guys, is just seriously comfortable. Also, it's the more expensive build when we're talking about all that metalwork that goes along. And we do have the green plating that's a part of this also. You can even see it on the back of the braces, more of that kind of complex build that you'll see. We refer to that as that stacked design that makes up just even the back of the bracelet, as you can see back here where that center link is carrying through with that green plating.
But look at the lug system on this is pretty incredible. Would you even call that a lug?
Yeah, I mean,
with that pin design.
Yeah, it's quite dramatic when we're talking about it. We have that.
I like that.
The big pin that's done in a. It's done in, man, I feel a little bit rusty right now. Done in an industrial, exactly, an industrial finish.
Rust,
so it's non-reflective.
Rust gone.
And yep, it's all
gone. That was an oil can.
Yep.
Sound effect.
You know, I didn't quite know what it was at first. When the
Tin Man.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway.
I thought it was something else, but.
Yeah, I'm shooting air bullets.
See, there we go.
Yep. Here we go. Off-road.
Luckily
already.
You missed with that air bullet.
I know. And here I am standing right next to you. This is sweet, though.
Yeah.
Could we talk about the green plating real quick?
Yeah. So what we've done is we've carried over plating and. Excuse me, a multitude of different colors out there. This happens to be the green, a little bit of this teal work that goes along. And you'll see it carries through the center link of the timepiece, goes up into this pin that actually affixes the bracelet into that lug area that Brian was talking about. Even the micro components, when we're talking about the screws that hold in that secondary movement on the timepiece along with the crown, and even around the bezel of the timepiece there too, is accented in the green. But even finally, if you look at all the individual hour markers on the inside, they also have that trim work of the green going around too. I'm going to step off the set for just a second and get my little coughing fit out of the way. I'll be right back.
Sure.
Okay.
Awesome. Let me ask you this before you go. How many of these timepieces have we had with dual movements?
That's actually a great question.
That's a pretty darn cool feature. I mean, you can look right down at it.
Correct.
And what do people normally put the second movement on? Same time, or do they do a different time zone?
I believe they do a different time zone. Like if you do business in another time zone, you have family, friends, or loved ones somewhere else, or if you're traveling and you want to know what time it is back home, it's a great way to be able to use it. To answer your question, we've had a few different watches over the years. Just a couple that come to mind is the Transatlantic has dual movements. We have the Zeus Tria, which has 3 different movements. We have the Time Universe, which actually has 5 independent movements too. And we have a couple new ones coming out that we're bringing back. Justin and I had a couple meetings, and we're going to bring back a few watches here for you guys who maybe just started collecting in the last couple of years. You haven't seen these watches before.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good idea. So this is very limited. We're single digits on this watch. So if you want to go ahead and grab it, put it in your cart, check out. The value pays still fly. And of course, this is not a final sale. So you can get this home, try it on, get some opinions and all of that. And if you're not in love with the watch and you're looking for something else, send it back for a refund. But warranty. That's another thing too. You've streamlined and simplified that whole warranty
process. We had, as you know, over the years, we've had different types of warranties. And we had a 1 year that you could mail in or go online and do all this and that. It's just really simple now. All you do is you buy the watch. There's a 3-year warranty attached to it. It doesn't matter if it's reserve or non-reserve out there. We want to just kind of streamline it there for you. And that's what we stand behind.
Yeah. Now, back to the dial. I was asking you, because we don't have a lot of time left on this one. How would you describe the dial? Because that's...
Yeah, the dial I refer to a little bit as that sort of a honeycombed design that goes along for the main portion of the dial, but there's a little bit of a texture that goes along with the different sub-dials also for the timepiece there. I refer to it as more that freshly paved asphalt that you'll see that's down at that 6 o'clock sub-dial there, which is actually the 30-minute timer for the chronograph. That's a part of the timepiece there for you. And notice too, if you notice that minute hand down at the very bottom of the dial is actually 1 minute off. It doesn't look like it's offset by 1 minute. You see that? So here's what you do with the Ronda. If I remember correctly, you pull out the crown twice, you push both. Now I'm in a reset mode, and I believe I hit the bottom function pusher. That brings me to the next, right there.
You're just stepping it up.
Yep. So I just press the top function pusher. Now everything is set and good to go. So if you want to learn about the Ronda movements, because if your chronograph second hand is out of whack or any of the other sub-dials, go to YouTube, type in Invicta Ryan. I have one for the ETA movements and also for the Ronda movements too.
You know who I learned that from? Sean Wilsey.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
How to reset the...
Yeah, way back when I first came here. Boy, we have a lot of people watching.
Oh,
thanks
great.
For being with us.
Thanks for tuning in, you guys.
Yeah, you know a lot of these people.
So Vic said, yes, I do. He does love the Bolt Zeus Magnums there. Let's see, Mike Martinez says, first time he's seen that color combo being with the silver tone and also the green. Vic asks, I'm getting allergic.
It's very cool.
Allergic to cameras? Not yet. Let's see, Jackie, a Lunar
they gave you that
or Mars
salve, right, for your camera
the salve?
allergy.
Yeah.
Wasn't it a salve? They just had you.
Oh yeah.
Okay. It is supposed to be very transparent here.
Correct.
And behind the scenes, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Ryan, the man with the plan. That could be your bumper sticker if you were running in 2020.
There we go. I don't think I'm going to be running though in 2020.
You sure?
I'm going to still be with Invicta. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's the plan. So greetings everyone from Sharon. Vic says hello, and Shy Girl says nice watch. So all right, thanks you guys for your comments.
Just getting started.
All right, let's move on.
Next one, Grand Diver, 38 millimeter, 269. Haven't seen it in a month. And again, tonight is a brand new low price. In fact, we've got a lot of new low pricing throughout our brief show. So you're saving $340. Meteorite at this price?
Meteorite's a big deal.
Yeah, especially in the size.
Well, yeah, 38 millimeter meteorite. It's at our classic Grand Diver, but it's under that smaller scale. 38 millimeters can be worn by the women, or if the guys just want to wear a smaller timepiece, you can wear this too. We included in that mechanical automatic movement, the NH35A, but then also the big deal is when it comes to this watch is that dial. And so within this dial, we do have that meteorite dial. Billions and billions of years old, crashed into Earth. We've had the opportunity to be able to gain access to those fields, and we purchase the meteorite, we send it to our dial factories, they cut it down to about 1 millimeter thin, incorporate it into the watch, and it gives you just a real exotic look. And I say this all, when I present these watches, I've been a little bit spoiled to be able to see meteorites and to be able to have it on these timepieces here. I didn't get to see them in the studio. I own one meteorite timepiece myself, but a lot of you probably just have never even seen it before. They have seen this just really unique material. And
also the Grand Diver, is that unusual? Because it seems unusual to me. I've seen it on a lot of other executions, but not the Grand Diver.
Not that often.
Okay.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So it's very unique to be able to have. And this is the Muon Alusta meteorite, which was found just on the border of Finland and Sweden, which was actually above the Arctic Circle. So it's hard to find, and it's survived 3 different ice ages, mean that the whole field was churned up and then turned over. So you're just not going to find the meteorite in one area.
That's what's so cool about this.
So would you wear a 38 millimeter? Would you be a little bit larger in terms of that?
Up.
You'd step it up a little bit.
Yep.
But some guys like to get in.
I've been here for 15 years, so everybody who's been here for a while is stepping up the size of the case.
You might want to get this for that special someone in your life, that special lady friend too.
This would be great for tucking away your girlfriend, or if you have a son graduating, daughter graduating. This would be great.
Yeah, well,
huge rite of passage.
We include solid links, the solid end links, 300 meters of water resistance, even the exhibition window that you'll see on the back there with that yellow rotor. And so just simply, it operates on, you can wind up the watch via the crown, or simply wearing the watch will turn that yellow component and keep the watch wound up automatically.
What's cool too are the center links on the bracelet. I'm just noticing those. I was kind of fixated on the dial.
Yeah, center links are beautifully polished there. As you'll see, there's a difference between all that the same material, a satin or a brushed finish in comparison to that high polish finish going through that center link. And in fact, I wore one of my Grand Divers tonight, which is at 47 millimeters. It's one of my go-to. Okay. Well, yeah, it's one of my go-to watches. You'll see it's just the black dial, black bezel.
Goes with everything.
Same. Goes with everything. Yep. So that's one of my personal watches right there.
So Grand Diver, Meteorite dial, I would definitely tuck this one away. If you know that this 38 millimeter size is, I mean, it is rare for us. I would tuck that away for graduation and get it now. Your value pays with the $340 off tonight. It's $45 value pays.
Vic says, love my bolts. Meteorite picked up from the warehouse event sale. They are awesome. And I agree. Meteorite is definitely cool. So.
Yeah, if you can get one on sale, that's sweet. Now, also, if you are buying this for a gift, you can remove the links. You can do micro adjustments on the back as well, and you got a nice fold-over dive clasp.
Yes.
And again, as he said, it keeps itself wound as long as you're wearing it.
Yep, that's right. And if you with a full wind, if you just set the watch down and didn't even move it, it would run for about 41 hours, and then it would finally run out of power. But then, if you want to just get the watch started up, all you do is you unscrew the crown. And when you unscrew it, it'll actually pop out to what we call position 1. It just popped out right there. Turn clockwise, you feel a little bit of resistance. 15, 20 winds will actually get that movement going. And also, if you pull the crown all the way, 2 clicks to position 3, it actually stops the second hand. So if you want to get that exact precise time, it's called hacking the time, you just then press this crown in, and then it starts up that second hand. Sweet. But then remember, if you want to go in the water, you have to push and screw the crown down finger tight. That's all you need to do.
And I think we'd be remiss if we didn't tell you this Grand Diver is got a 30 ATM water resistancy, or 990 feet.
That's right.
Below the surface. Oh, this is nice. Love the matte finish.
Yeah.
On this next item. So your item number for, again, the Grand Diver, new low pricing, 649470. We have a little bit more in that, but a lot of these other watches, we're like under 20. Some of them are single digits, as you can well imagine, especially as we get up higher in price. Jason Taylor, wow.
Yeah.
This is probably the biggest save of the entire online show. $729 off. That's
Dang.
right. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't realize that. Big deal for this show here.
Now he's sizing up. Okay, I'll get like
I was thinking like, do I go Silvertone or do I go? Is that the two colors, Silvertone or blue, that we're looking at?
I thought we were just down to Silvertone, but we might have.
Jamie,
I think we have one. There's one left.
One
in the
left
blue.
of the blue. Okay, so let's just talk about the blue for a second. We'll focus on the Silvertone. So when we're talking about the Thunderbolt, this is part of the Bolt collection. We make that massive cable, that 5 millimeter cable that's a part of it. Looking on the inside, you'll be able to see the accent of blue that actually, in fact, goes around for that 3 o'clock subdial, which is done in the blue. And then carbon fiber has been laid in for the build of the timepiece. The movement inside is a Swiss movement. It's a Ronda Z60 that's part of it. And of course, being Jason Taylor, when we look at the case back of the watch, I'll just work with Aaron here, you'll be able to see on the case back.
All numbered?
Yep, number limited edition. This happens to be 409 out of 999 that will ever be made. So that's a huge deal when it comes to this watch.
So nice that it's on the back rather than just a certificate.
So
like you get with a lot of other collectible pieces.
If it's still available, blue. There's only 1 or 2, but we'll focus on the Silvertone now. And actually, in fact, excuse me, when we're talking about the Silvertone, the Silvertone cable will actually pop a little bit more, in my opinion, in comparison to the blue, if that's what you're looking for. But
$199, I know.
$199.
Like, so many people are going to be able to get in on this. We're talking under $35, and this is one solid, sweet timepiece. I mean, this is one of those, after everybody, oohs and ahs over it, you take it off your wrist and you put it in their hand and then let them look at it up close. It's impressive. And again, for
I mean,
$199.
$199, you guys. If you want to get a Thunderbolt, I mean, you get the upgrade of it being Jason Taylor. You get the upgrade of it being that numbered limited edition. You get the upgrade of the carbon fiber on the inside, and this is that larger cable size there, that 5
How about the helium valve?
Yeah, there's actually a helium release valve right there, as you'll see on the side with the JT logo. That's a one-way helium release valve. Helium is basically like the smallest particle on Earth, and it can get in anywhere. So if you happen to do any sort of diving and you have this watch, the helium could get inside, and then once you surface, your watch could get the bends, if you will, and the crystal would pop off. And so that helium release valve is just a one-way valve that will let any sort of helium escape.
Does it have to? Does the helium valve, if it I don't know, how would you say, if it detonates, do you have to have it put back in by a watch?
You mean,
Yeah,
it'll release out, so it kind of regulates the pressure on the inside to regulate with the pressure outside. But if you didn't have one and the helium got in, yeah, the crystal would pop off. You'd have to have the watch repaired. So.
Sweet. I think it's the only one tonight that has one. 8.5-inch bracelet. What are we going to fit as far as a wrist?
Great question, Brian. We're talking about, and I can always measure this out a little bit. The 8.5-inch bracelet will fit approximately. Give me 1 second here.
You bet.
We're looking probably about 8 3/4, almost 9, maybe barely 9 inches.
Okay.
So. Yep.
And again, links are removable. Talk about the plating on the back of this. I mean, this is wicked.
Well, the plating is
Very
all
cool.
done with that black ionic plating that we've included, and it's for all the metalwork that's included for the watch, outside of just simply the cable design that makes it part of the Bolt collection, which is that 5mm cable. But you'll notice the black even is included in the case back, where the Jason Taylor logo is. The back of the bracelet also is done in that black then for you.
Reptile-like link going all the way throughout.
Yeah, it's that multi-link design that you get. It's one solid link going through, but you get that unique look of that bracelet going all the way through. Very unique in design.
Yeah. All right, last look. They also get a dive case, guys. You also get a dive case with this one too, I'm being told. So.
Very nice.
Yeah. 3-watch dive case. All right, so only 999 made, and we're down to the silver tone, I believe. So that is a huge save if you can get one of those on your wrist. $730 off. All right, 662-232. Any questions coming in?
Vic was asking about the 47mm Grand Diver. That is sold out. Let's
down to
see.
38 on that.
Yeah, I shared in a group like an hour ago. Realized the 47mm is gone. Get your yellow for the adrenaline party. That actually is gone. We only have the silver tone and the blue. The quartz version came out first a few years ago. Watch Rich says regarding the Grand Diver. Great deal. I think I'm going to get the silver, is what Vic says. Great.
Awesome.
All right.
So what do you think about the new cologne?
Yes, I like it.
Do you like it? Good.
Yep.
I haven't tried it yet, but I heard about it today.
Yeah, Justin and I, we had an Invicta event down in Florida, down in the Keys.
Okay.
Back in October, and we got to sample it a little bit, and
Good.
it was actually it's pretty good.
Yeah,
I think a lot of collectors will love it.
Yes, it's going to be on the boat, right?
Yep,
Okay.
on the ship.
Sweet.
All right, Grail watch next. Big deal. So when it comes to this, we have both colors, or do we just have the gold tone?
I thought we were just down to the gold tone, but we're
Can we double check, Jamie?
One left in the black.
Oh, okay. One left again. One left in the black. Yeah, we only have a couple of these. This is a $4,300 timepiece that you're saving $3,369 on. Here's another one of those.
So you get $3,300 bills back in your pocket.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so here's...
No, you don't have to take 3,300 bills out of your pocket.
Right. You only have to take 9 and a little bit of change.
$9.29 and then 99 cents
right.
if you can borrow that from somebody.
So this is a big deal watch, and
Yeah,
the reason is there's a lot going on with this timepiece. It's a hybrid of sorts, and the reason why we're calling it the Venom is when you're looking straight down for the watch, you see this unique bezel. It's a very complex bezel, one of our most complex bezels we've ever created, and that's from the Generation 2 Venom. Then we include in off to the side of the case the Sub-Aqua Noma 5 function pusher and crown system. So that's a second timepiece, but it's all done on a Sub-Aqua specialty case and cradle design.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right. And then for the movements on the inside with that sort of deep, rich midnight blue on the inside of the dial is a Sellita SW500, which is a Swiss-made mechanical automatic chronograph. So you can wind up the watch via the crown. There's a rotor on the back that we'll show you in a minute. And there's a 12-hour stopwatch, which is that chronograph, which technically is in operation right now with that big hand moving. So we'll show the gold tone here a little bit more because this one is going to probably be gone. Black, you guys, there's only one left. And usually when we do this, when we do these shows, a lot of these watches, we don't have hundreds and hundreds of them.
Yeah.
In fact, we usually don't even have dozens of them.
Yeah, this is, we're down to single digits here on this one in the gold tone.
Yep.
So this one does have a 50 ATM water resistancy. So
yeah, which is great because we've taken components from 3 different watches and made them work all into this one timepiece. And I mean, we're talking about lots of different pieces. And to still be able to attain a water resistance of 500 meters, I mean, it's a true marvel with a masterpiece like this.
Yeah. So, you know, mixing it up with all the watch collectors.
Yeah.
Do a lot of them test these watches? Or I'm sure there's a lot of scuba divers that you've
met. There are a number of divers out there with from Invicta, and they love taking in the water. And the thing is, too, even if we're talking about all this water resistance, even if you don't like swimming, you dislike the water, it doesn't matter. It's fine. It just talks about the integrity. Exactly. It just talks about the integrity that the watch is actually, what the watch actually is. Did you like that, Eric?
Or no, he was just coughing.
Oh, I thought, yeah, I think he was hacking up a hairball is what he was doing.
I'm going to scratch that from the act.
From the beard.
Yeah, I'm going to scratch that from the act.
Okay.
It's not working.
We're talking about cats, and then it sounded like you're coughing up a hairball.
You can't edit that out now. Oh, it's already out in the ethers. Okay, very good. I'm sure we're going to get some wacky comments coming in. Any hints for the power play and unveiling show this Sunday?
You know, Jay-Z and I, just stay tuned to our Instagram page. Let's say that. So if you guys aren't, for some reason, following me on Instagram, you should be. I was going to say
I laid that down.
I'm going to just, yeah, but Invicta Ryan. Follow Brian, too.
Yeah.
Brian Kessler.
Evine. Same place.
Same place. Yep. All right.
Got it.
Okay.
I heard they don't call Jay-Z Boom Boom anymore. I heard that was...
He's not supposed to, or they're not supposed to call the big monitor the Boom Boom monitor or something like that. And I don't know why.
They called it Boom Boom, JC Boom Boom, but I don't know. He announced on a Todd show that...
Oh, did he?
That was no longer...
He's no longer? Well, you know what that's going to make everybody want to do is call him Boom Boom.
No way. Not me. I'm not bringing it up for that reason.
You're a rule follower?
Yeah, right. JC Boom Boom. All right.
Oh, Richard's here too. Hi, Richard.
Are you guys going on the cruise? Let us know.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta figure this out. And you know what?
I was privy to some of them. Yeah, please do.
So,
I mean, there's so much going on this year.
So let's hear if you guys are going on the cruise. You know, we have a few dozen of you watching right now. So there's a big deal party going on, and it's on Thursday, the 21st. Starts at 7 p.m. Hard Rock Cafe in Miami. We're going to be doing a pop-up show like this there. We're going to, anybody's invited to come. But the other thing too is we're going to have watches for sale that you can actually buy right there on site and take them on the ship. If there's something cool that you want to pick up and have for the ship, you're good to go.
And so there's prizes for collections and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I think I don't know all the specifics on that one. Yeah, but
there's a lot going on.
If you're in Miami, you want to go to the Hard Rock Cafe in Miami Thursday night. That's at 7 p.m. So.
All right, can't wait for that to arrive, Victor. Mike says I have my yellow shorts ready. There you go.
There we go.
Hi, Ryan and Brian. Thank you, Richard. Appreciate it very much. Let's see. I think I jumped the gun here. Here we go.
All right.
Sabacua Noma 2.
Sabacua Noma 2. Yep, that's right. Watch within our series of Sabacua Nomas, which is rarely seen. That second generation, along with the fourth, we rarely see. So a few things that you get along with this is a different movement that we don't see too often. It's a 50-30 from Ronda. So it's a 12-hour chronograph instead of a 10-hour that's a part of it, which is designated down at the bottom of the dial. But out of all the different watches we've had, Brian, this is really the most complex dial, the most busy dial that we've had amongst all the different watches here.
So highlight each one of the chronos. You know, the one up by the 2 is fascinating.
Yes, so right up here at that 2 o'clock position, that's your perpetual seconds. That's actually keeping time with both the hour and the minute hand on the inside of the timepiece. So that's always running for you.
That is so cool.
Then we have the date wheel right here, which actually carries around. If you see right along here, that's part of the date wheel right even in here. And up there, because if I actually take the crown protector off and unscrew the crown, check this out. You can actually see that wheel move now when I adjust the date all the way around the entire dial. Then, when you're starting the chronograph, which I'll start right now, because I have to unscrew the function pushers here. Now the chronograph is in operation. This is running right now. That's part of the stopwatch. This is part of the stopwatch here, a 30-minute timer. One full revolution here will actually advance this forward 1/2 click. Then actually, then 2 will be 1 hour that goes ahead. So that's how you measure inside of this watch. You can keep elapsed time all the way up to 12 hours.
Tell us about the placement in a collection for this exact timepiece, because this is very different look-wise, and again, the collectability of the Silvaco Noma 2.
Well, that's it. I think there's a bit of that collector factor that goes along with it. And this is a number limited edition, too. I have to double check the number.
It is. I didn't find that, but...
You know what? And I'm going to probably... Eric, we might need a young set of eyes out here. Yeah, because I want to give the right number. I think it might be 1,000. You see on that case back? Otherwise, I have a backup plan.
Where are we looking?
Just somewhere in the case back. Now that I hit my 40s, I need my little readers.
169 out of 1,500.
1,500, okay.
Okay, that's
All right, thanks, buddy.
90 seconds.
nice.
Oh, to have that vision again.
LASIK.
Have you had it?
Yeah.
Really? So
Yeah.
Can you read the back?
Yeah, I didn't think that it was going to be, because usually there's a black band that goes around with the number in it. I don't even know where the thing is.
It says 169,
LASIK.
it's black. But
Oh, come on. This is like 2-point type.
it's not, you gotta hit the light right.
Yeah. Yeah,
All right.
exactly.
So out of 1,500,
That type is so what?
can we do the wide shot right there, Jamie, with Aaron kind of throwing us off? There he was messing with us.
Yeah. No, you should consider getting LASIK though.
You know what? Maybe I will. Do you do both eyes at the same time, or you just
Yep.
do one and one?
Yep. And the place I went was great, but there's like only 4 unnerving seconds where you know when the laser's going in, because they cut the skin off your
that's just-
eyeball and it blows open and then they laser in. And I remember laying there on my back and I didn't know what to do with myself. So, because I was all strapped down, taped down, my legs lifted off the table.
Really?
I didn't know what to do with myself. I was like, because you can't move. But so I just
Actually, I had a procedure done last week or whatever, and it was fine, but I was nervous about it, but it was all good.
Calf implants? Calf implants?
Calf implants, yes.
Wow, this is getting
like-
rough.
Last
Oh my God, this is getting rough in here.
There you go.
So
Yeah,
what
it's
did you
like-
have done? I know it wasn't calf implants. You
No, it
never
wasn't
would've brought
calf
it up.
implants. So actually, I have my little IV scab here that it's gone now, but yeah. So I had a little preventative thing.
Just lets our minds wander, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So we got, one last look. And again, let me do my business on this. New low price on the Silvaco Noma 2. Again, it's never been 198, although we have 179 on the screen. So
Yeah, which is
Oh.
yeah. What are we looking at?
It says on the web 198.
We have to roll.
What's on the web?
okay, so it's 198 then.
Okay, sorry guys.
Sorry.
So you're still saving over like almost $300.
So you guys, it's sub 2, under $200. It's a great opportunity.
How often do you bring back sub-2s?
Not often.
Yeah.
Not often at all.
Okay, here's the last one.
Oh, this is just this is a preview, right?
Yeah, it came back. What did it sold out in December?
Yeah, we launched this watch back in December. Sold out. We have a bracelet variation also. I guess Evine has more quantity of it now from us at Invicta. So it's coming up on the 11th.
I got
and
it.
that's what?
So that would be, 10 o'clock
10 o'clock Eastern.
Eastern?
Yep.
On the 11th. Yep.
So it's that Rastafarian culture that we celebrate with this watch, with the red, the golden, yellow, and also the green cables. But then if we look really close inside of the dial, you'll actually be able to see the cannabis leaves to celebrate the culture. Yep. So, we're always pushing the limits out there and stuff. But then again, we've had a lot of people that have got into this watch and they absolutely love it. You'll see the cables also on each side of the watch also, and even north and south on the strap. So definitely a lot of people were interested in this timepiece. They got it. Evine's having more, and we're going to be talking about it at 10 o'clock on the 11th.
And I guess we can throw out the price is going to be $227 and change.
Yeah, big deal.
As opposed to $307 and change.
Oh, really? Okay.
If you were buying it right now, if we have it back. I don't know if it's loaded in the warehouse yet. This has been fun.
Hey, it's always is.
I don't know what cannabis sleeves are, but
oh, you don't?
I'm sure they're good things.
All right. Well,
On
I
that
was trying on that high note.
Yeah, on that high note. Yeah. Oh, very good. Keep that in the act. Don't scratch that. All right.
All
We will
right.
see you guys
We'll take you guys.
sometime soon.
Take care, guys.